Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, everyone, can you all please go ahead and share whatever your 30 revealed in the chat? I'm projecting the picture now. Anyone who is not yet posted, please quickly do it. This is what I projected. See your responses. I saw a bright yellow light and a garden white flowers. So close, very, very close. Very, very close. You have seen it. Muruga, a leaf and flower. Vishwanathan, wonderful. leaf and flowers are there. So partial manifestation. Elizabeth, yet to manifest. Christina, deity in a white flower. Swamiji's presence. Wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. So now we have been learning. Let's get back to our Jnana sessions on living enlightenment. So we have been learning so many powerful cognitions about living enlightenment. One of the first thing is living a conflict-free life. First of all, you have to live to our best without conflicts, inner space and outer space. And now we are going to learn a review and get the initiation from Swamiji for the living enlightenment.
Understand what you desire in the life is different. What you believe is going to be happening in your life is different. What you desire will not manifest in your life. What you believe only will manifest in your life. What you desire is not going to manifest. What you believe is only going to manifest. Yesterday we were having session in the inner awakening about the believed identity and desired identity. What do you believe and what do you desire? You may believe one thing, you may desire something else. For example, you desire wealth, you desire health, you desire name and fame, but you strongly believe all this will never happen in your life. You desire wealth, you desire name and fame, you desire health, you desire all this. But do you believe all these are going to manifest in your life? No. Most of us don't, most of the time. What do you believe only manifests. If it's a bad news for you, if you feel, oh God, then I don't believe anything good. I always believe. When it comes to bad things, I visualize so clearly and see that it is possible for me, it is going to happen. When it comes to good thing, I can't even imagine. Even if I push my visualization, it is not clicking. How many of you feel that? I have a good news for you. Desire, belief, both can be redundant, can be made irrelevant by the conscious will. Understand? You desire for great health, but you always believe you will only be tired, sick, dragging your life. Your desire is health. Your belief is sick or clinically fit. But if you will install the will of immortality of the Sadashiva, this both, your desire and belief, both can become redundant, irrelevant. Bringing the will to play and making your belief and desire redundant is what I call Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment. Listen, bringing your will, playing with your life, with your will, making desire and belief redundant is living enlightenment. You may be believing your life is negative. You may be desiring to have your life positive, but you can bring your will and make both redundant and manifest the life you want is the science of Sadashivoham. That is the science of Sadashivoham. Your will, Anya, is powerful enough to make your desire and belief both redundant. Listen. Tons of methodologies Sadashiva is revealing in the Agamas. Agama is complete works of Sadashiva. Because the word complete exists, I'll accept that word complete works. Agama is complete works of Sadashiva. In complete works of Sadashiva, which is available, Sadashiva explains tons of methods. He explains the physics of the Maya matrix, chemistry of the Maya matrix, biology of the Maya matrix, he explains the physics of mastering the matrix. The chemistry need to happen in you to master the matrix. Biology of mastering the matrix. Above all, the alchemy of Sadashivoham. I'll give you one small example. There's a beautiful verse in Guru Gita. Ajnana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militam yena tasmai sri gurave namaha. The translation is, I bow down to the Guru who applied the knowledge eyeliner and opened my eyes, which was blinded by ignorance. If you just read this superficially, you will miss the whole truth. You need to ask a question. How can eyeliner open the eyes and make the eyes have vision? Eyeliner is always beauty product. Maybe it can make others feel you have a big eyes. That cannot bring vision. It can change the reputation of your eyes, but not the character of your eyes. Then what does this shloka mean? If you further read the Agamas, at one place Sadashiva describes detailed way Jnananjana is an actual eyeliner prepared by an enlightened master by instilling his bioenergy into it. If it is applied on all your three eyes, you also need to understand here, when Sadashiva says, Chakshurun militam yena, he uses the word plural, not dual. So it does not mean two eyes. Sanskrit has singular, dual, plural. So he is using the word plural, not dual. He is not talking about just two eyes. He is talking about three eyes or more than two. Chakshurun militam yena Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana shalakaya Chakshurun militam yena. It is actually a alchemy science where with a pure ghee, pure cotton wig is used and the lamp is lit, energized through the awakened third eye of an incarnation or an enlightened being. His very bioenergy is instilled in that fire, and the smoke which comes out of that fire is captured on a silver vessel, and the pure cow ghee, desi cow ghee, is added to that through the proper process. An alchemy product called Jnananjana is prepared. That Jnananjana applied on three eyes detoxifies all the three eyes and raises your frequency, makes you understand the 5 aspects of Ishvara and 11 dimensions of universe and 25 states of consciousness, the whole Maya matrix. It is an alchemy science to master Maya matrix. Most of us use this verse just to bow down, or we have a very superficial understanding. Oh, ignorance is covering the eyes and knowledge is like eyeliner. You apply that and your eyes open. How can eyeliner open your eyes? A simple logic. Your eyeliner may make others to see you, but how can it make you to see others? It's an alchemy. It's an alchemy described elaborately in the Agamas to make you experience awakening of all three eyes and manifest many powers Sadashiva describes in Agamas. Understand of course, all of you are going to have the Jnananjana in Sadashivoham 2016. A properly prepared Jnananjana which literally functions on all your three eyes and makes you all manifest all the powers of Sadashiva. The whole science of Sadashivoham, methods to realize it, the tons of methods explained by Sadashiva in his complete works. I am literally using every possible available tool, method to awaken, every possible tool and method to awaken and give you the experience of Sadashivoham. From Jnananjana to the ultimate, very Shaktipada. Shaktipada is not energy darshan. Understand? The Shakti Nipada is not energy darshan. Energy darshan is too small word. Shakti Nipada can be translated only as power darshan. It can only be translated even roughly as power manifestation darshans. You will be experiencing from Jnananjana the alchemy of Sadashivoham to Shakti Nipata, the power manifestation darshans. Whole spectrum, everything Sadashiva is revealing in his complete works will be experientially available to you. Experientially available to you in Sadashivoham. Understand it is an invitation for you from the spaceship KAILASA to wake up from the Maya matrix. It's an invitation for you from the spaceship KAILASA. Even KAILASA was attacked by Ravana with multiple hands. The artificial ignorance. But could not do anything. The artificial ignorance got crushed under the KAILASA. It's an invitation from the spaceship KAILASA for all of you to wake up from the Maya matrix, to master Maya matrix. Do not miss waking up from the Maya matrix by giving the reasons which are given to you by artificial ignorance. Do not have the artificial ignorance reasons. Understand? People ask me in that Matrix movie, what is the artificial ignorance, Swamiji? Artificial intelligence is what I call artificial ignorance. What is the artificial ignorance, Swamiji? The common understandings we started executing, which has no existential reality but which affects all our lives strongly, like a currency. The concept of citizenship, concept of ownership, all that has no existential reality. But the understandings we evolved, we arrived for our coexistence, those are called artificial ignorance. I tell you, I am not saying artificial ignorance should not be there. I am only saying it should not be there more than 51% in you. Let your life not be driven by it. If it is less than 51%, you are the master. Artificial ignorance can be a great slave, but not the master on their own. If more than 51% of you is artificial ignorance, then already you are under matrix. Understand? Don't think matrix may start at some time. If 51% of you are being driven by this artificial ignorance, like a concept of ownership, concept of money, concept of currency, concept of citizenship and all that, which is not there existentially, but made to believe, understandings. If more than 51% of you is being driven by all this, please be very clear, you are already under the matrix.
Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, is establishing your confidence and declaring your conscious integrity and manifesting your conscious intention, Satya Sankalpa, on cosmic principles. I'll repeat. Living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti, is establishing your confidence, declaring your conscious integrity, manifesting your conscious will, Satya Sankalpa, on the cosmic principles. Listen intensely. Pure consciousness residing in his formless state is Paramashiva. If it manifests in your body with absolute freedom, no suffocation, suffering, pain, conflict, powerlessness, nothing. Absolute powerfulness as it is, if it is radiating in your body, that is called Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment. Any suffering, conflict, suffocation you feel is bondage. Knowing there is a bondage and you are not able to relieve yourself from that bondage, you go through that same rut again and again. That is called addiction. The good news is, a being who manifests as pure Paramashiva, an incarnation, can de-addict you just like that. Your consciousness having your brain completely for its enjoyment, possession, cognition and manifestation of its existence absolutely freely, healthily, happily is called living enlightenment. Every pattern you develop which brings suffocation, suffering, powerlessness in you is going to be the punishment for you first, before you even think of punishing others. Tyaga is cleaning up all the brain grooves which are destroyed, poisoned, calcified, addicted.
So let us internalize Jivan Mukti. The Sanskrit word for living enlightenment is establishing your confidence and declaring your conscious integrity and manifesting your conscious intentions. Conscious intention, there is a beautiful word called Satya Sankalpa, the true intention to manifest anything on cosmic principles. The pure consciousness residing in his formless state is Paramashiva. If it is manifest in your body with absolute freedom, no suffocation, suffering, pain, conflict, powerlessness, and nothing, absolute powerfulness as it is. If it is radiating in your body, it is called Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment. Just remember one thing. Today, you have been initiated as a Jivan Mukta. Just remember this one thing. Any conflict comes inside you, anything comes inside you, just remember. Swamiji has initiated me as a Jivan Mukta. As an avatar has initiated me as a Jivan Mukta. I am a Jivan Mukta. How can this stand in front of me? How can this powerlessness stand in front of me? How can this conflict stand in front of me? Why am I entertaining this anger? I am a Jivan Mukta. Just ask, how can I be in this situation? How can any conflict come in me? How can I have any disturbance? How can there be something called disturbance at all in my life? Just ask. By asking what will happen, you become aware of what emotion you're going through. Now, pen down 5 recent incidences when you felt powerless, disconnected from the whole. Just quickly pen down. Pen down 5 recent incidents. You can just name it. You don't have to describe the whole scene. Just, okay, yesterday I had a conflict with my company boss, or, my brother I fought with. Yesterday I had a setback in my business, something. I was low in mood just for no reason, something like that. I felt hopeless. So just write down, just name of that. Yesterday morning or 10 days before afternoon, this is how I felt. Something like that, quickly pen down. It won't take you more than 1 to 2 minutes. Done? Now, as a Jivan Mukta, relook at these 5 incidences. Pen down, how would you respond differently in those situations? Let all your actions be done with this base current that you are a Jivan Mukta. You are living enlightenment. So it is the one thing Swamiji is telling again and again and again. The wordings may be different. Here, what is that? You should immediately remember that. Kalpataru also, what is that Kalpataru process? The main thing, you declare you are Paramashiva, isn't it? Then operating your life situations, everything as Paramashiva. The moment you declare you are Paramashiva, you cognize you are Paramashiva, the looking at the life widened. So you will see the solution to the problem. The problem will become redundant, or you will find a beautiful solution for the problem. First of all, you will get the confidence to resolve that situation. You will start believing in possibility. When you start operating your life as Paramashiva or Jivan Mukta. Who will be the Jivan Mukta? When you become Jivan Mukta, you become Paramashiva, isn't it? Are you able to cognize this? The bondage of life, mukti, that happen, you become Paramashiva. When you operate your life as Paramashiva, you are living enlightenment. You will see the solution to the problem because the understanding about life broadens. The majority of the humanity is suffering with the disease Swamiji called actually. That is low inner image. Now, when you break that, when you operate your life as Jivan Mukta, the living enlightened, then all the actions will be blissful, and you will be able to resolve the conflicts that arises, what the mess we already created. Suddenly, I'm not saying they all will disappear. They will be there because we created them. We have to go through them. All these years, we created them. We have to go through them. But you will, now that you are operating your life as Paramashiva, a liberated soul, living enlightened, Jivan Mukta, you will, your broad spectrum, the way you live, the way you resolve situations, everything looks possible. The science of enlightenment, its ability to solve the humanity's problems and its ability to give a super conscious breakthrough to humanity is the reason why this science needs to be protected, preserved, and practiced. In Hindu tradition, not only we give knowledge free, we also provide food and stay for anybody who want to study. This is the beauty of Hindu tradition. The first universities started in KAILASA by Paramashiva. Sarvajñapita expanded into multiple universities called Naimisharanya, Tapovana, Vedaranya, Kashi, Kanchi, Mathura, and Nalanda, Takshashila. There are so many actually. Unfortunately, everything was destroyed by invasion of Mughals. They, if you read the history, the millions of books, source books, the enlightened beings wrote, literally they are over a million. And when they put the fire in Nalanda University, example, that university library was burnt. The palm leaves were burnt over 6 months. Can you believe that? They know the humongous knowledge of wealth we have. They try to destroy, but still we are surviving, means it has instilled as a lifestyle from time immemorial. They tried everything to destroy. But still, of not just 1 year, 2 years, for decades, Shatabda Vikal, hundreds and hundreds of years, the destruction happened. Because we don't invade anyone, we don't only defense. In this whole history of the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we never invaded any country, never tried to occupy or, any country. We only defended. So there is a big history if you go read that. So the kingdom of Vedaranyam and Panchanadikulam Pita is a spiritual kingdom. The presiding deity of both Vedaranyam and Panchanadikuma mutts is Lord Paramashiva. Paramashiva's direct representative and heir is the pontiff of the mutts. The region was part of the Chola kingdom. The pontiffs educated, groomed, and initiated the Chola kings to rule as per the methods prescribed in the sacred scriptures. The kings were the regent who administered the people, while the pontiffs were the owners. Worship at Arunachala Jnanadeshika Swamigal Mutt, Panchanadikulam in Vedaranyam served as housing for devotees, offering Annadan to all visitors and those who came to serve the temple. The temple dedicated to Shiva, located in the town of Vedaranyam in Tamil Nadu, India. Some of the earlier pontiffs of Vedaranyam Mutt, Sri Muruga Samba Sivananda Swamigal, Srila Sri Shiva Subramaniananda Swamigal, Sri Atmananda Swamigal. In April, some of the earlier pontiffs of the Panchanadikulam Mutt, Sri Arunachala Jnanadeshika Swamigal, see the names are given. So in April 15, 2014, Swami Atmananda legally declaring the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as the pontiff of the three ancient mutts, hence king of the three kingdoms in Tiruvarur, Tanjavur and Panchanadikulam and Vedaranyam. And since daily worship rituals have restarted at the ecosystem. Living enlightenment is actualizing the limitless potential and experiencing the ultimate as every moment of life unfolds afresh. Any thoughts, anything you want to share, you can do it.
Effortless ways to replace stress with peace, pain with joy.
Okay, so now radiating enlightenment. Every moment of life, how to radiate, living and radiating enlightenment.
Radiating, the very word is so active, alive. Not only you living enlightenment, all the people around you, inspiring them through your living enlightenment is what I call radiating enlightenment. Let the enlightenment express through your muscles, in your thinking, in your words, in your action. Let it express through your being. Inspire all the people who are living around you. Please understand, the world is mirror for you. Whatever world experiences about you, you experience that as you. You continuously look into the world to know more about you, to have an idea about you. Now, create beautiful enlightened mirrors around you by radiating enlightenment. So that constantly you will remember you are not only living, radiating enlightenment. So take up this as the mission for this year. People around you should really feel the power of your enlightenment, the power of your Jivan Mukti. When I say the word living enlightenment, energy to change whatever can be changed, intelligence to accept whatever need not be changed, clarity, however you change, the whole world is just one more changing dream, and devotion towards that which is unchanging. This is what I define as living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. Now, let these great truths radiate through your system so strongly. Let all the people around you, the world around you, feel the power of enlightenment. Let your muscles radiate this truth. Please understand, do not think there is so much of anger in me, suffering is in me, pain is in me. Don't think all these things are here. How can I be Jivan Mukta? You can never have a space where all these things are not there and feel you are a Jivan Mukta. No. You have to become like a Kala Bhairava who is dancing between everything. Kala Bhairava is not trying to find a beautiful, nice podium to dance. Maybe the celestial beauties, the Apsaras, the Deva Kanyas may try to find a beautiful stage for dancing. But Kala Bhairava does not try to find a beautiful stage. Wherever he is dancing. He may be in the cremation ground, maybe bones and skulls are lying all around, bodies are being burned, half are burnt, unburnt, but he is just in Ananda Samadhi, dancing. So understand, all your burnt, unburnt emotions, like anger, lust, greed, pain, suffering, are all the burnt, unburnt bodies lying around you. Pain, physical, mental, or anything which is lying inside you are the bones and skulls. You become the Kala Bhairava, untouched by all these things, and dance among all these things in Ananda Samadhi. Let that all be there. That is part of your enlightenment. You don't need to try to find a place where all these things will not be there. Let them all be there. You just dance amidst like a Kala Bhairava, declaring your freedom, declaring your Jivan Mukti, declaring your Swatantratva, even though all those things are there, being untouched by all those things. Please understand, extend the power of goodness you radiate much more than what they expect as enlightenment. Radiate all the auspiciousness of enlightenment much more than what others think as enlightenment. Let these great truths penetrate your muscles and inspire, energize, encourage other muscles, others' muscle memories to radiate the same great truths. Any growth in any department of any civilization is defined by the people who dream in that field. People who dream based on the Muladhara and Swadhisthana and express it, share it with the civilization, are entertainers. People who dream based on Anahata and share it with the world are artists, painters, sculptors, architects. People who dream the impossible from the Sahasrara, crown chakra, the Jivan Mukti, and express it to the world are acharyas. So, all you guys dream the impossible, the ultimate Jivan Mukti. Constantly dream. Understand, about Jivan Mukti you cannot dream. That is why I am saying dream. Any idea you create about Jivan Mukti will become vision in you, not just dream. With ordinary things, you dream the dreams. When you start dreaming about Jivan Mukti, dream dreams you. Create the extreme possible visions about Jivan Mukti, dreams about Jivan Mukti. They will simply express themselves through your muscles. You and your dreams are like two sides of scale, weighing scale. Any dream about Jivan Mukti will become so heavy, naturally that side will drop, that side will become heavy, that will simply start expressing itself through what you think as you, what you feel as you. Whoever radiates enlightenment are my acharyas. You will be my solution to the world. You guys are the dreamers of the new civilization which I am expressing. The civilization of enlightenment. You guys are the acharyas of the new civilization which is happening. So, dream the extreme possible Jivan Mukti dreams. In every situation, how a Jivan Mukta will be. This moment, how a Jivan Mukta will be. How a Jivan Mukta will breathe. How a Jivan Mukta's inner space will be. How a Jivan Mukta will sit. How a Jivan Mukta will be. Create that extreme visualizations, extreme dreams. They are capable enough of expressing itself through your muscles as reality. They are capable enough to radiate itself through your muscles. You just create the extreme possible Jivan Mukti dreams, which can't even be called as dreams, visions. They will simply start expressing itself through you to the whole world. So, radiate enlightenment. Radiating enlightenment is my message. Not just living, radiating. Shake the whole world with this Jivan Mukti. Flood the whole world with this Jivan Mukti. Radiating enlightenment through your thoughtless thoughts, through your wordless words, through your actionless actions, through your mind, words and body. Radiate it through all possible actions. When people around you feel the power of your living enlightenment, radiating enlightenment, you will simply see you are radiating. Till they feel, you will not have confidence you are radiating. Only when they feel, you will have the clarity and confidence you are radiating. Jivan Mukta Sarira means anything swallowed should be digested and should become part of your body. Jivan Mukta mind means anything seen, you should be able to swallow, digest it, crush it and clear it. It should become wisdom. Any food swallowed should become energy and anything seen should become wisdom in you. That is what I call Jivan Mukta Sarira, the body of enlightened and the mind of an enlightened. If you are living just in present, you have no freedom to correct your past and project your future. If you are living only in the past and future,
you have no freedom to correct in present. If you are living in past, present and future, only then you have freedom to correct, freedom to amend and freedom to project. Understand? Living in present is not enlightenment. I am throwing a new light.
Bring powerful cognitions in your life, through that bring spiritual legitimacy to your existence, to your identity. With that strength, bring social, cultural, economic legitimacy to your existence. Naturally, you will be able to manifest anything you want. Understand? This whole science, manifesting the state, manifesting the space, manifesting the powers, manifesting the being, manifesting the superconsciousness of Paramashiva, listen. If you bring spiritual, social, cultural legitimacy to you, you will understand this science of living enlightenment is the complete solution for all the problems. Superstitious science practitioners, Paramashiva is real. Mahasadashiva with 25 face and 50 hands is real. Just visualize yourself and inhale and exhale, then you will understand. The air which goes to the 5th layer, 25th head, nostril and comes down will make you realize you are Mahasadashiva. This kind of breathing will make you realize every word I am uttering is true, and it will become reality in you. You will start living enlightenment. Understand, living enlightenment is not a struggle. Now I want to tell you, for living enlightenment, you need vision, not sacrifice. As long as you don't get the right vision, you need to have sacrifice. Till the vision is not clicked, you need sacrifice. Once the vision clicks, you don't need sacrifice. When I cut my thigh and went back to Annamalai Swamigal, he said, what you did is neither wrong nor right. I couldn't understand. What do you mean? He said, because of this cutting yourself, you got the click. Ultimately, that you are not the body. Actually, after that only he gave me the initiation into that Aham Spurana. The methodology of the Aham Spurana by great incarnation, Ramana Maharshi. It was transmitted to me by Annamalai Swamigal. So Ramana Maharshi is my Paramaguru. And Annamalai Swamigal transmitted that Aham Spurana Anubhava into me, and which became reality when I was 12 in the Pavazhakundru. After that, once Annamalai Swamigal was telling me, now understand the thing you did, cutting your thighs, neither right nor wrong. Because you got the vision, you don't need sacrifice. You don't need to cut yourself again. If Annamalai Swamigal said cutting yourself is right, I would have been continuously doing that everywhere. And all of you will be sitting and cutting yourself. It is not right. Same way, it is not wrong. You need certain kind of a ferociousness to do sacrifice till the vision clicks. That kind of a ferociousness is required for the vision to click. So because the ferociousness is required for the vision to click, the experimenting on yourself, cutting yourself, your thigh was not wrong. Because it is not required regularly, once the vision clicks, it is not right. Understand it properly. Sacrifice is required only till the vision clicks. Once the vision clicks, you don't need sacrifice. Because living enlightenment does not need sacrifice. It only needs the vision clicking in you. But till the vision clicks, you need to have the patience and perseverance, will, persistence. For that, you need sacrifice. Shivanyana anubhuti, Shivanyana anubhava, Paramashivoham Anubhuti is a vision manifest, not torture or suffering. If you understand the principles from a person who lives in Nirvikalpa Samadhi and makes that as a lifestyle, you will enjoy all the benefits of the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. For example, Einstein's theory. All of us may not understand, but many benefits derived from that theory, we are all enjoying in our life because we decided to accept his theories. Same way, the fourth unit of time, this theory, all of you may not be able to grasp it, but if you decide to accept and enjoy, make this theory as a part of you, you will enjoy all the benefits of these truths, benefits of this theory. That is what I call living enlightenment. Till you realize personally, individually, as your own enlightenment, living it because your Guru has revealed it, making that as your vision because your Guru has revealed it, is living enlightenment. I tell you, if you have intense feeling connection with Guru, celebrate you are a blessed one. Because so many realizations, without you waiting to achieve, you will start getting the benefits of it. You will start reaping the benefits of Guru's realizations without you waiting to achieve it personally. See, you not enjoying the benefits till you reach that space personally is waste of time. Till you understand all the principles of electricity, if you say, I will not use fan or air cooler or heater or lights, you are a fool. You learn, no doubt. Learning is good, encouraged. But till you learn, don't say, I will not use the benefits. I will not enjoy the benefits. So you should get enlightened. But don't be fool to tell, till I am enlightened, I will not enjoy the benefits of the enlightened realities and truths and principles. Enjoying the benefits and realities and principles, all the benefits of enlightenment, even before personally achieving it, due to your trust on the Guru, is living enlightenment. Jivan Mukti. Let's do Vakya Sadas on this fourth unit of time. Yuga, Kalpa.
Yes. Now, let's do one internalization exercise. So, radiating enlightenment. Do not think there is so much of anger in me, suffering in me, pain is in me. So, don't think all these things are here. How can I be a Jivan Mukta? You can never have a space where all these things are not there and feel you are a Jivan Mukta. No, you have to become like a Kala Bhairava who is dancing between everything. Dream the impossible, the ultimate Jivan Mukti. Constantly dream about Jivan Mukti. You cannot dream. Any idea you create about Jivan Mukti will become a vision in you, not just a dream. With ordinary things, you dream the dreams. When you start dreaming about Jivan Mukti, dream dreams you. Create the extreme possible visions about Jivan Mukti. Dreams about Jivan Mukti, they will simply express themselves through your muscles. You and your dreams are like two sides of a scale, weighing scale. Any dream about Jivan Mukti will become so heavy, naturally, that side will drop. That side will become heavy, that will simply start expressing itself through what you think as you, what you feel as you. Dream about Jivan Mukti. Connect to Living Enlightenment book, chant Mahavakya 3 times, and open any random page in the book and read that page. Now, can you all start doing that? Just connect to Living, even if the soft copy, fine. Connect to Living Enlightenment book, chant Mahavakya 3 times, and open any random page in the book and read that page. Post your cognitions in the chat. You see, unclutch, work smart, not hard. When you measure yourself inside your mind, you measure yourself based upon the weakest line of the chain. Do it once again. Connect to Living Enlightenment book. Chant Mahavakya 3 times. Open any random page. Even if it is a soft copy, just move your cursor and drop the cursor wherever you want and see wherever your eyes fall. Read that. That is your powerful cognition. And read that page. Tomorrow or the next life, which comes first, we never know. Elizabeth posted, do we have to wait for the next birth if we feel strongly about something, but it is not our prarabdha? No, you can change your prarabdha through a simple strong will or sankalpa. Wonderful. Chant a fields, don't give up on people. Enriching others is enriching yourself. Are you all done? So now this yearbook, Sri KAILASA, United Nations, is mandated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivoham, to advocate several threatening global issues by providing spiritual, empowering, and guaranteed solutions to give every being a chance to have a healthy and productive life. If you just closely look in, there's one main reason where we all get into incompletion. You see, the world wars, why they happen? Because of over a border, over grabbing some country's property, right? Just like that, Chuma, fights will not happen, isn't it? It is to grab something from that. Why India was invaded so many decades by Mughals and British ruled in the name of East India Company. They came and they literally grabbed everything. And Mughals destroyed the temple. They know the whole wealth was in the temple. It's because everything for me, mine, right? I and mine. The root of all problems, the root of all suffering is this I and mine. What is there in me? What should I move my body? What is in there for me? This is the base thought current. When you have this base thought current going on, there is no living or radiating enlightenment. So how do we handle the I and mine? Swamiji said one beautiful thing. The pace that you live, the breathing, right? Without breathing, you will not be here next moment. That is, the air is not doesn't belong to you. So what is this? How do we handle this I and mine pattern? Let's listen from Swamiji to live and radiate enlightenment.
The reason for enmity, please understand. Biggest delusion you need to handle in life is there is something other than you. Underquote, there is something other than you. Everything exists is you. If you feel there is something other than you, that is delusion. Handling that delusion is very important. For that you need to know what or whom you feel as other than you and why you feel that or them as other than you. Please understand, if a bamboo is thrown in the Ganga and that bamboo is floating, it looks like Ganga is become two now, right side, left side. But Ganga never became two. The bamboo makes Ganga look like two. It is always our enmity that makes your conscious Ganga to look you and other. Understand? Digest Advaita more and more into your thinking. Digest Advaita more and more into your words. Digest Advaita more and more in your actions. Every simple digestion means even if you make a very simple decision, I will not use the word I and mine in my words, in my speak. When I speak in my speech, I'll use only the word we, us. Even this simple decision will go on be reminding you, if you take it from the context of oneness. If you take this simple decision from the context of oneness, even this simple decision will go on be reminding you the Advaita. It will go on be reminding you the Advaita. You are all taught wrongly. Arrogance is ego. Showing off is ego. Ego is aggression. No. I want all of you to realize, please understand, showing off, aggression, activism is not or cannot be doubled into the concept of ego. That is not the definition which can solve your problems. I'll tell you from the vision of Paramashiva what is ego precisely. Ego is self-beating mechanism, the stick with which you constantly beat yourself, put you down through your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Constant SDHD bonding gum is what I call lust, and the frequency with which you use that is ego. Second important thing, I, the identity I is not the source of mine, but mine is the source of I. This delusion, listen carefully. The truth is, I is not the source of mine. Mine is the source of the I. This is the truth. The real I you have, it is from Paramashiva. The I you experience is from mine. But due to the delusion of the lust, you start feeling the mine is from I and constantly legitimize decisions of the mind as the decisions of the I. Please understand. Decisions of the mind, when you associate that as the decisions of I, you have fallen into delusion. For example, some small chemical imbalances in your body, hormonal imbalances in your system, if they decide something, it is decisions of mine, not decisions of I. But you pick those decisions and attribute them to you and start thinking it is decisions of I, then you execute it. That delusion, the decisions of mine getting attributed to decisions of I, decisions of mine becoming part of the decisions of I, decisions of mine due to the lust gets attached and made to feel, experience as decisions of I. I tell you, this is the worst shade of the lust. Worst shade of the lust is not the body's attachment or craving for another body or person. The worst shade of the lust is the actions and reactions of the mind being portrayed to you as the actions and reactions of the I due to the extreme attachment, lust between mine and I. Listen carefully. Shanti means able to see the gap between what is the instinct of the I and what is the instinct of the mind. That is Shanti. Able to see inside your inner space, the thoughts generated in you, are they from mine or are they from I? Always the I realizes and releases only powerful cognitions. Always Mind realizes and raises only powerless cognitions. It's an eternal law of life. Ability to see the gap is Shanti. Inability to see the gap is Moga. The I and mind, these two are the root of all your incompletions. I and mine. People always think the I comes first and then mine happens. No. Mine comes first, then I happens. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, you cognize who you are. Listen. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, based on that you cognize you. Many times the yours, that mine, becomes the source of I. So if you give away all of them, the incompletions also will disappear. You will evolve a new I which can be reinvented, which can be rebuilt based on completion. I tell you. Poor man is a man who has never seen poverty even once in life. Understand? I am defining who is poor man. Poor man is a man who has never seen poverty even once in life. Because this country has already suffered in poverty, we are not understanding the richness it can cause. Please listen. I am not promoting poverty. All I am trying to tell you is, even once, if you have not realized poverty, you will not have the free space in your being to reinvent yourself. That is why in the science of enlightenment, at one point you have to break, renounce everything, be in the street empty-handed, till that you don't own anything. Nothing can be the reason for your cognition of I. Your I has to be just dependent on I. The mind cannot be the foundation ground for I. For that understanding to sink in, at least 1 year in your life, you should have been empty-handed, nothing, without anything. No relationship, no friends, no money, nothing. I tell you that 1 year will give you the strength to reinvent who you are. And I can tell you, 9 years of my accepted poverty, self-imposed poverty, not imposed on me forcibly. I may not want to say my Purvashram family is rich, but they are decent. They were able to provide food and clothes and shelter for me. That much they are able to do. But when I renounced all of that, and family, friends, all the known contacts, everything, that 9 years of self-imposed poverty gave me tremendous space to reinvent myself and rebuild the new I from the space of completion. Because of mine, you build I. When that mine is taken away, the I can just be rebuilt. Many people come and tell me, rich guys, filthy rich guys, Swamiji, there was a time I declared bankruptcy. I did not even have food. This scene which I am describing will be a typical part of all big rich guys. There was a time I declared bankruptcy. I did not have anything. There was no friends to help me, nobody to support me. I was homeless. I was begging and eating in the streets. I tell you, that part of the life is a blessing. They may not know, but that is the blessing. Because that is the time when mine is taken away, I melts down, all the incompletions disappear. You will have an inner space where you can reinvent and rebuild yourself from the space of completion. Biggest delusion you need to handle in life is there is something other than you. Underquote, there is something other than you. Everything exists is you. If you feel there is something other than you, that is delusion. Handling that delusion is very important. For that you need to know what or whom you feel as other than you and why you feel that or them as other than you. Please understand, if a bamboo is thrown in the Ganga and that bamboo is floating, it looks like Ganga is become two now, right side, left side. But Ganga never became two. The bamboo makes Ganga look like two. It is always our enmity that makes your conscious Ganga to look you and other. Tena tyaktena bunjidam akrita kasya sviddanam. Celebrating everything by renouncing everything. Isha vasyam mitam sarvam. Yatkincha jagatyan jagad. Tena tyaktena bunjidam akrita kasya sviddanam. Kurvanne vega jijivishecha daggun sadaha. Whatever is, by renouncing, celebrate it. By renouncing the idea of I and mine, celebrate whatever is. A sublime poet, Isha Vasyam Midagum Sarvam, Yatkincha Jagatyan Jagad, Tena Tyaktena Bunjita Makrida Kasya Sviddanam. What a subtle, sublime truth! See, everything exists, is energy. Stop identifying as I and mine with something separate. Renounce this I and mine and be liberated and celebrate and enjoy everything exists. Are just remembering this verse, without food and water and sleep, I can spend days together.
When methods are given, you ask for the gist. When conclusions are given, you ask for the method. It's a human mind. Isavasya Upanishad gave all the conclusions. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagad tena tyaktena bunjita makrida kasya sviddanam. All conclusions. Ishavashyamidam sarvam, the conclusion about the universe, the life image you need to have. Ishavashyamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyan jagat tena tyaktena vanjitama kritak kasya sviddanam. Means the second statement is the conclusion, the relationship you need to have with the universe. Everything is part of you, be part of it. Not having an individual I and mine, celebrate the whole. The whole Isavasya Upanishad, if you see, conclusions, that's all. Conclusions. If you just pick up the conclusions declared by Ishavasya Upanishad and start living, cognizing, you are done. Nothing more need to be done. You are a Jivan Mukta. But you don't do it with that simplicity, in that simple way. You ask for a method. How? How? Everything is God. How? Then comes the answer from Upanishad. The Kenopanishad. Kenopanishad is a powerful thought current. I should say thought currents, because few more are presented in this. Powerful thought currents. The first thought current presented in Kenopanishad is seeking. Keneshitam patati preshitam manakena prana pratama praiti yuktaha keneshitam vachamimam vadanti chakshushrotram kavu devo yunakti. By whom, willed and caused, does the mind go towards its object? What a question. Just by the strength of the question, you know the person who is in front of you is a seeker or poker. Or just an empty cooker. By whom? Keneshitam patati preshitam mana kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha. By whom, willed and caused, does the mind go towards its object? By whom, directed and united with which, does the first vital life energy, the chief cause, comes forth towards its activities? At whose will does the speech gets activated and speaks? Enlivened and directed by what luminous divine power? Indeed, do the eyes and ears engage in their functions? Understand? The moment you remember you, what all you perceive as part of you, start questioning them. Start questioning them. Questioning, putting questions. about those basic things. Putting questions about those basic things is seeking. Don't assume anything. Understand? The more and more you assume, more and more it shows your ignorance. People who ask answer for their questions are fools. People who understand when I question their answers are the most intelligent beings. Understand, I do two things when people come with question. Sometime I give answers to their questions, sometime I question their answers. When you put a question, you have certain answers in that question. You have certain conclusions. Based on those conclusions, you put the question. I question those conclusions. I question those answers you have. Understand? I am defining seeking. Seeking is having questions without any assumptions as foundation. Non-assumption questions, non-assuming questions is seeking. All of us are completely connected in the space of oneness. I am not saying all of us are one. All of us are in the space of oneness. All of us are in the space of oneness. If you see goodness from outside, you are in the space of completion inside. If you see bad things outside, you need to complete inside. Let every decision you make, let every thought you entertain, every word you utter, every action you do, let it be based on Advaita. Let it be completely based on Advaita. Understand, living Advaita means your self-drive, your inspiration, your energy, your experience, your intelligence, everything operates from Advaita, from the truth and fact, sacred secret of the oneness. All of us are interconnected. We are all not islands. These are all fundamental truths. I tell you. When you start unclutching, KAILASA experiences the joy, bliss of your unclutching.
So, ego is self-beating mechanism, the stick with which you constantly beat yourself, put yourself down through your self-doubt, self-hatred, and self-denial. The I and mine, these two are the root of all your incompletions. People always think I comes first and then mine happens. No, mine comes first, then I happens. Based on whatever you cognize as yours, you cognize who you are. Decisions of mine, when you associate that as decisions of I, you have fallen into delusion. Contemplate on where you have associated decisions of mind with the decisions of I. My car, my property, all those things, mine. So contemplate on where you have associated decisions of mind with decisions of I. For example, some small chemical imbalances in your body, hormonal imbalances in your system, if they decide something, it is decisions of mind, not decisions of I. But if you pick those decisions and attribute them to you and start thinking it is decisions of I, then you execute it. This one you quickly do, then one more exercise as last part of segment today. How everything is God? How? The answer is from Kenopanishad. The first thought current prescribed in Kenopanishad is seeking. Kenisitam prasitam manah. Kena prana prathama praitihi yuktaha. By whom willed and caused does this mind go towards its object? By whom directed and united with which does the first vital life energy, the chief cause, comes forth towards its activities? Whose will the speech gets activated and speak, enlivened and directed by what luminous divine power indeed do the eyes and the ears engage in these functions? So contemplate on this. By whose will and cause does this mind go towards its object? By whom, directed and united with which, that the first vital life energy and the chief cause comes forth towards its activities? And whose will does this speech gets activated and speak? Enlivened and directed by what luminous divine power indeed does the eyes and the ears engage in these functions? So even the air that we breathe, even the power behind that we see, that we hear, everything is God. Everything is consciousness. Because of that consciousness, the actions behind the power behind the action, sorry. So that is the first thought current presented in Kenopanishad. So how everything is God. The moment you remember you, what all you perceive as part of you? Start questioning them. Is it really you? Yours? Start questioning them. Don't assume anything. The more and more you assume, more and more it shows your ignorance. Example, perceptions about I am weak. Perception about mine. I don't have enough money. All these are perceptions. The moment what all you perceive as part of you, start questioning them. Do not assume anything. The more and more you assume, more and more it shows your ignorance. When you understand, you drop this idea of mind, and naturally the I, ego, loses its power over you, and you experience the Advaita, the living enlightenment. If you start questioning everything, is it really mine? Then you start losing the attachment to that. Any thoughts? Don't give up on people. Enriching others is enriching yourself. Okay, this is, I think, one. This is a big one. Absolutely. This is a big one. This needs a lot of contemplation on every day. It's a big one. It just doesn't click. Start questioning. Then you have things, you enjoy things because you lost this conflicting thought currents of possessiveness or insecurity. You drop these things, you actually manifest more things, you start enjoying more things, and you live and radiate enlightenment. You understand? The many conflicts that we have is why people fight. It's mine. This is me. Why did you occupy my space? Including, disturbance, whatever. That's where the main conflict starts, right? We feel so much separation between us. But if we feel so much separation between us, we never live and radiate enlightenment. But that because that is the fundamental principle, everything is part of you. Everyone is part of you. We need to get to that space by practicing Advaita. All these techniques lead to that. So when you have this feeling, I'm sure you must have so many people had so much go through of this insecurity about fights. We are here. Swamiji is not saying you don't enjoy life, you don't have things, but drop the attachment, drop the insecurity, drop the attachment, do the things and just be in the unclutched space. And if any setback comes, any loss comes, just with that same space, do what needs to be done rather than going to powerless and hopeless. How can this problem exist in me? I am Paramashiva. Then the moment you really feel Paramashiva can resolve any problem. The moment you see, you believe in a solution, the moment you start operating, living and radiating enlightenment as a Jivan Mukta, you start your expansion, your life's vision expand. You start seeing the solution for the problems. As a matter of fact, the problem will become power in you. Simply, whatever seems as a problem will become power in you. You manifest as power in you because you know where, you know the where with which thought current or why you are, you have manifested that. When you resolve that, the problem not only resolve, you manifest the same thing as power. You convert that problem into power. This is beautiful. Yes. You convert that problem into power. All we need is, when you understand operating that everything is consciousness, I am also consciousness. Then if this manifested in my life, I have the power, energy, or capacity to resolve this. First of all, if you believe that, what happens? You stop worrying about that. You do not waste so much of energy in that. And you are blinded by problem. You stop empowering that problem. You start seeing solution to the problem. Whenever a human being look for a solution, if not this solution, next one. If not next one, further one. So it will move towards solution, not stuck with the problem and its repercussion and sufferings. I'm not saying problems will not come because we already messed up so much. So problems will come. Problems will come. Even gods have problems. When they incarnated as human beings in the planet, on the planet Earth, they did face so many problems. Swamiji is facing, is he not facing problems? So many problems. Extremely persecuted. But what he is doing, Swamiji? He converted that problems into powers with his will persistence. Are you not seeing? Just recent one. He was one case. He was accused of kidnapping the girls. 5 years, his sannyasis were put in jail for 3 months. He faced so much of accusation. But he continued his enriching activities. He did whatever to be done as legally. And what is the result? You all know. Avatars, incarnations, not only now, even time immemorial, face the biggest problems to their level. Ramayana, one of the greatest epic, the thread of the Bharat, the soul of the Bharat, I can say. Rama's wife was kidnapped by the Ravana, the demon king, powerful demon king. Don't question why they have problems. They are incarnation. No, they do the Leela to guide us how to solve the problem, how to live life. They have taken this life to guide us as an example. Even though they are all powerful, they live like us and they go through the life like us. But the difference is they convert the problem into power. They handle the problem with balance. They're not stuck there. They don't empower the problem, they empower the solution. Are you all getting this? When we move towards this, we live and radiate enlightenment all the time. Elizabeth, are you getting it, ma'am? I think Vishwanathan is missing. It's offline. It is challenging. Yes, ma'am, it is challenging. Yes, but we know the technique. That's why Swamiji is teaching us so many techniques, powerful cognitions to deal with that. It is challenging. Even drop this cognition of challenging, ma'am. You empower the thought that I am divine, I am Paramashiva, I am consciousness, whatever suits you. Understand? You empower that. The cognition that you are sharing is because of all these years of conditioning. But now you start empowering this thought current. I have Guru behind me. My Guru initiated me as a Jivan Mukta. Empower, even if it is, we don't believe that this is the truth, again and again and again, empower that thought current. Feel it. Empower the thought current of your highest identity. Then you will know how to handle the situation. Anything. You will move towards less and less and less and less suffering. I can't be hurt. No, do not use this word. Seema, Elizabeth, I don't know whether you attended the section on power of words. Okay, this is where we contradicting, confusing. This is what I wanted to tell before we conclude the session. See, you said, I can't be hurt. That means what? The word hurt you are empowering. This is the meaning you want it is, you understand, ma, what I'm saying? You don't mean that way. I don't want to get sick. I'm afraid I'll get sick. So what word you are empowering? Sick, hurt. These are the power of words. So this is what contradicting words. Do not use double negative. You are empowering the negativity doubly. The power of words. This is what we are doing harm to ourselves. Straight, simple, positive, powerful words. Use only them. Simply, Swamiji is saying, I am Paramashiva, you are Paramashiva. Simply like that. It is like saying, I think I'm not devil. if you use the word, Seema, I'm just telling you, not to you, to all of us, how we use and complicate and not manifesting what we want because of our unconscious thought current conditioning we ourselves created unknowingly. Understand, ma? Do not use double negative. Do not use the negative words at all. If you want to get healed from pain, don't use the word pain. Bring your intense awareness to the area of the pain, but don't use the pain. Just witness. Just when it is paining, bring your awareness and use the word heal. You are all powerful. You want the healing to be done. Don't use pain. Don't repeat that I have pain, I have pain. You're simply asking more pain. You understand? You simply bring your awareness to that area, then use heal. Whatever brings healing. You understand? Yes. You understand, ma? Empower what you want, not what you don't want. Even if you don't mean that way, but you are empowering the words. Your words have so much power. Your thoughts have so much power, isn't it? That's what we are learning, right, ma? It may not, because we are conditioned so much, we may not immediately see the result, but will persistence will lead you. See, the case that Swamiji won, it took 5 years, ma. Does it deserve this? For this persecution to go on 5 years? It takes its own course, but will persistence. It's the fall to, it's will persistence works. Because we conditioned for so many lifetimes. Okay, forget about lifetime. This many years we lived, right? And so that many years we have been used to one thought current. To decondition that, it takes time. So hold on to Swamiji, hold on to your will persistent, listen again and again and again. Why do you think Swamiji has put this long course? 1 day is enough, 1 hour is enough. Whether we teach Kalpataru, whether we teach this living enlightenment or chakra, everything is the same essence, isn't it? You are divine. You have a highest peak potential, isn't it, no? We're understanding in a various ways so that we get powerful clicks. We understand more about ourselves, where we are missing. I'm ready for this. It's so meaningful. Yes, Chandy. Yes. You need to be here again and again and again. Practice again and again. This is what is the tapas. Penance. Sadhana. A beautiful word in Sanskrit. What is sadhana? A beautiful word in Sanskrit. That's what we need to do. I want to give you an example. Supposing you're a mother. A mother, if the child is sick, okay, life and death situation, how will the mother feel? Does she take choice? It's okay attitude? Does a mother takes a okay attitude? It's okay, I don't have money, let him die. Will the mother think like that? Mother go to any extreme to save her child. If a mother's child is sick, mother will do all kinds. She will go beg someone. She will ask someone. She will go to bank. She will go to, if she doesn't have money, she will do anything to save the kid, isn't her child, isn't it? The space of the mother. There is no, mother will not accept her child will die, isn't it? She will not accept. She will do anything that it takes. Isn't it? So, the same attitude, no second thought, no shortcut, simply practice the seeking. Seeking is the primary essence that leads us to live and radiate enlightenment. Always being aware and observe and listen to what is happening and bring in the solution that we have been learning and operating our life as Jivan Mukta. Then we experience our divine self. Any thoughts before we conclude this sessions today? Yes. So thank you all. Let's pay our deepest gratitude to Swamiji with the space of deep gratitude. Let's conclude with the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tasat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you so much. And tomorrow we are going to have all whys of Hinduism. The basics of Hinduism, we are going to learn Sanatana Hindu Dharma. That's the topic for tomorrow. So very exciting sessions about all the basics, all whys of Sanatana Hindu Dharma we'll be learning. So join back tomorrow and bring in your friends and family, enrich others to attend the sessions. Thank you all. Nithyanandam.